Chlamydia infections are the most common sexually transmitted infections in the world. And quite often, couples are surprised to find that one partner is positive and the other one is negative. And then they start to play the blame game. They start pointing fingers at who was unfaithful and who cheated, etc. But that's not always the case. Let's take a closer look at this in this video. Chlamydia infections are some of the most common sexually transmitted infections in the world, and they're very often the source of much contention. For example, if a couple is tested and one of them tests positive for chlamydia and the other one tests negative, they can believe that the one who tested positive is being unfaithful. But is that always the case? According to one study, only about 43% of people in monogamous heterosexual relationships tested positive at the time that their partner tested positive for chlamydia. So why is there this discrepancy in the test result? For one thing, chlamydia is not always transmitted during sexual intercourse. It may take multiple sexual encounters for transmission to occur. And if a person is tested before transmission has occurred, then their partners might be positive and they are not. Or they may simply have been tested before the infection has a chance to take hold in their bodies. It can take anywhere from 5 to 14 days for a test to turn positive after a person has been infected. In other cases, some people just have stronger immune systems than others, and they're better able to fend off the infection. So they may have a measure of immunity and be resistant to the infection. Immunity in human beings is short-lived immunity to chlamydia, and as such, it seems that it lasts for only about 1 to 2 months in human beings. Other persons with strong immune systems may have had the infection, but have had a chance to clear the infection. According to one study, 54% of people were able to clear the chlamydia infection within 1 year, and 83% within 2 years. The chlamydia tests themselves are not infallible. And when culture is done, chlamydia culture, it can cause much disagreement and confusion, because a person can test positive with nucleic acid amplification testing and test negative by culture on the same day. This is because the nucleic acid amplification tests are way more sensitive than the culture. And a nucleic acid amplification test can detect DNA or RNA from chlamydia that have already been killed. So if someone has recently been treated, it can take up to 3 weeks for their chlamydia tests by nucleic acid amplification testing to become negative. And chlamydia infections can persist in some persons undetected for years, especially since they're very often asymptomatic. They have no symptoms. The bottom line is, if you have a negative chlamydia test and your partner has a positive chlamydia test, that is still not proof of unfaithfulness. I hope you found the video useful. I hope you found it informative. If you did, please leave your comments in the box below. Support the channel by subscribing. Until the next video, stay healthy and stay safe.